everyone, it's Toria. Welcome to my first ever travel vlog. Recently, my family and I took a little trip to Oklahoma City, and I thought it would be fun to share some of the highlights with you guys. Now, aside from this mural, this video has next to nothing to do with art. But not to worry, I'll be back to my regularly scheduled content soon. So stick around for vacation anecdotes, a moderate amount of rambling, plenty of food pics, and a spoiler for next week's video. By now, I'm sure you're wondering, why OKC? It's probably not in the top 10 places to visit in the world, and possibly not even in the United States. However, it is a pretty large city, and I do have some travel-based anxiety that I am attempting to address with exposure therapy. Looking into some of the larger cities here in the US that are relatively close to where I live, Oklahoma City just happened to be one of those larger cities. And I've never been there, so why not? There also happened to be the only, or so they say, bone museum in the United States, and my daughter is obsessed with dinosaurs and bones and fossils and stuff like that. So it was a really short trip, only about a full day and a half of a day. The trip got cut short because on the second day, my daughter woke up with a sore throat, and we thought it would just be best to go home and not chance A, getting other people sick, but B, her feeling, poorly while we were doing things. So I had planned initially to hit up the botanical gardens and the First Americans Museum on our last day, but we didn't get to do that. However, I still have some cool things to share. Yeah, let's get into it. As we entered the city, it was roughly lunchtime and our hotel wasn't ready. So the first thing we did was we got some food, which you're going to see is a huge theme of this trip as we are a family of foodies. We went to one of the places on my list. I had a whole itinerary. It was called Cafe Cacao, and it was Latin American food, and it was insane. My daughter had hot cocoa and French toast, and it was like the largest pile of French toast and the fanciest hot cocoa you've ever seen in your life. I had the carne asada, and it came with plantains and arroz y frijoles and just a bunch of other really good stuff. And then the drink I had was pretty much the best coffee drink I think I've ever had, and I'm going to try to recreate it at some point. It was a banana Nutella nitro mocktail. They even caramelized the banana on top, and it was an experience. So then, yeah, after we ate, we got all settled in at the hotel, and my daughter was really excited about the pool, so we hung out at the pool for a little while, and then we went out for dinner, and I had some really bomb sushi, and then we went to a restaurant in a parking garage and got some chicken Alfredo. Then after we ate dinner, we kind of relaxed and just watched a movie, Catching Fire. So after the movie and lazing around for a little while, it was about 9 p.m. when we decided to take a walk a few blocks away to a cute cafe called All About Cha. They had pastries, food, and coffee. I ended up getting a latte, and that's how we ended the night. Next up on the itinerary was the famed Museum of Osteology. I don't actually know if it's famed, I'm just saying that because it sounds cool. This place is touted as being the world's first and only museum of osteology. It has over 450 specimens, which are all cleaned and articulated by the staff. All of the specimens displayed inside of the museum were truly amazing to see. I honestly couldn't believe my eyes half the time. Almost every single specimen is real, with the exception of a few replicas. To add to the uniqueness of the experience, they also included bones with prosthetics, bones with abnormalities or birth defects, and even bones from animals who had unfortunately suffered through disease. Now, if you're someone for whom size matters, you won't be disappointed either. You can't miss the elephant, giraffe, rhinoceros, bear, or the gigantic whale suspended from the ceiling. And if you're looking for a little bit of morbid humor, you may be as amused as I was by the differences in different canine skulls. You might want to look away for this last bit. I'm about to show you the flesh-eating beetles known as dermestid beetles that aid in the process of cleaning the skulls for the museum. Now, this is far and away from the beetles that I saw in my favorite movie, The Mummy, but still pretty hardcore, albeit a little disgusting. Also, if you're lucky, you might just get to see the resident museum cat, Sir Indiana Bones, also known as Indy. So then after we left the Bone Museum, I really wanted to hit up a Korean market, and I know what you're thinking. You're just like going shopping on vacation. Yes, I hit up a Korean market and Trader Joe's right after that. I'd never been in a Korean market before, and I just really wanted to look around in one. And so this market was called Dong-ae Korean Market. They had a pretty large selection of items. Initially, my daughter and I really wanted to go in because we had watched a video of someone eating like various different Korean ice creams, and so we really wanted to try some of them. I'm doing a separate video where I'm going to try all of the Korean snacks and things that I got, and I'm gonna rate them for you. And then I also picked up some boba from Gongcha, and lastly, some donuts from Mochi Nut. As I said, massive food element to this trip. So yeah, those were pretty much the highlights of the trip. The rest of the time, I did not carry my camera around. I only really took clips here and there because it's still a massive fear / insecurity of mine to be recording in public. So there were a lot of things I didn't take videos of. The rest of the time, we just hung out at the pool or walked around the neighborhoods and just really drove around and saw what there was to see. I will be going to St. Louis in about a month, so hopefully I'll have another travel vlog for you guys. Stay tuned for a bonus video that I'll be posting next Friday of all of the Korean market snacks that I tried and rated. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one.